So we've reached the time where we're finally going to log into and begin to utilize ChatGPT. Now I'm gonna do this as if you're a total novice and you've never used ChatGPT before. And I'm also gonna set this up, even though I've obviously used ChatGPT before. I'm gonna set this up in such a way so that you can see the kind of the beginning stages, the login process. Now, the important thing about ChatGPT is that you understand that when you make I statements or you ask it to save memories, like if you say save this for future use, it's going to do that. It's going to base future prompts based on whatever it has learned about you or that you've told it to remember. So we'll cover that a little more in depth in a minute. So, in order to go to ChatGPT and get yourself logged in here, now you can use this as a guest, but majority of what you're going to want to do if you're going to utilize this in class is to actually create a login or a sign up here. So, for you're going to hit sign up if you've never used this before, but I have already went through the process. I'm going to, for the first time ever, use my school account on this. So you're going to hit sign up. I'm going to click login here, but when you hit sign up, you're going to select probably to log in through Gmail or Google or something like that. Like I said, I'm gonna use my school account for my first time ever. All right. Now, I haven't done any chats using my school account previously. So this is like a totally new and open chat GPT. So here's your general interface. Okay. Over here, you're eventually going to populate this area with new chats. This is where you're going to write your prompts. Here's your login, all your settings, things like that are up there. Now, my suggestion would be if you're going to use this in class, you're actually going to create a new chat either for separate topics or you're going to create a new chat for separate classes. So, let me show you what that looks like. The first thing I'm going to do, so I've written out my prompts ahead of time just for the speed of the class. Okay. I'm going to make an IM statement so that ChatGPT will remember this and will always answer my questions, especially ones where I'm asking it obvious questions about utilizing in class, meeting certain criteria. So it says, I'm a middle school English teacher with a certification in social studies in a small rural school in Western PA. Unless otherwise stated, can you please tailor all teaching prompt answers to a sixth grade reading level? Now I'm going to put that in here, right here, into this chat. I'm going to hit this. Okay. And the first thing you're going to see here is it is going to say memory updated. So this means that ChatGPT will remember and utilize this piece of information going forward. Now, over here, you'll see I have opened a first chat. As we go today, I'm actually going to open a second chat. And you can see what that looks like. So, again, I'm going to go very basic here with things. I'm going to show you some of the basic level utilization for ChatGPT. So, the next prompt I'm going to do is a simple research prompt, something that you could find online, something that you could find in Wikipedia. But again, you can blow these kind of questions up to gigantic pieces of research. I mean, you can ask about specific enzymes and specific foods in the body and what they do to the body, like any type of research. So the question I'm going to ask is, who was America's first elected president? Now, as this video goes on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out several questions as if I'm doing a unit on George Washington. Okay, so I know the answer is George Washington. We all know the answer is George Washington. But I'm going to create a new chat. So this is your new chat button. Now you'll notice here you get what looks like a brand new prompt screen. Okay. I'm going to ask that question. And over here, it's going to create a new chat and it's going to name it whatever it thinks is best. Okay. Now, not only does ChatGPT give me the answer, George Washington was unanimously elected as president of the United States. It's going to give me its sources, right? Like if I want to know where it pulled this information from, here is this source. If I want to know where it pulled this second paragraph information from, here's the source. If you want to see all the sources down here, it's on the sources. So it says first elected president. Well, I know that the unit I'm building for my class here is actually about George Washington. So I'm going to click the three dots out here. I'm going to rename this. I'm going to call this George Washington. So you can rename chats. Now, if you get really good at this or for organizational purposes, you're going to try to keep a separate chat for every single topic you're using inside of school. Now, if you use this in a more personal way, You might ask random questions. Dieting questions at the same time you're asking what the average temperature is in Sardinia in January or something like that. But for the professional aspect of this, I'm going to create different chats. Um, so now here's my second prompt. My second prompt. Now this is a creation nonfiction prompt. Okay. So this kind of gives you your base level, again, kind of taking it slow here, of what ChatGPT can do in terms of creation. Okay. Can you please create a chart of the first 10 presidents of the USA with the dates of their terms of office, the names of their vice presidents, and their political party? Okay. So ChatGPT will very simply make me this chart. It'll populate this out as we go. Okay. Now, as it does this, and it will continue working if I leave this chat, you'll notice I can jump between chats. Like I can go to this chat, go back to the one I was on, come back to this one, and it's still working here. Okay. So here is my here is my here is my answer. Now, you'll notice it left out. So, if you know anything about John Tyler, he did not have a vice president. The Constitution didn't have a way to get him a vice president upon the death of William Henry Harrison, so they left that blank. He also became unaffiliated at the end of his term of office, so it leaves that blank. Now, just as a follow up, I'm kind of doing this ad hoc. Um, I can ask ChatGPT why it left those two spots blank. Why did you leave the final two spots for John Tyler blank? It will answer that question. And notice I am referencing I am referencing a previous question, okay, that I've asked it as if we're in a conversation. Now, it gives me the answer here, okay? And it explains why it did that, and it also thanks me for good catch, but that's because I'm nice to ChatGPT when I talk to it. Now, this is the basic creation of a nonfiction chart. Now, say I wanted these last two things a part of this chart, I could simply write, ChatGPT, please take this new information and add it to the previous chart, and it will do that for me. Okay. I'm also going to give it the thumbs up. This is a helpful conversation so far. But let's go to a next prompt. So now I wanted to create something that's never been written for before. And so I'm going to create a play here. Now, what you'll see here, okay? Can you please create a three-page scene from a play? The play should be set at Valley Forge during the winter that Washington spent there during the Revolution. The scene should be the prevention of smallpox, and the scene should be historically accurate. The main speaker should be George Washington, but please have at least two more historically accurate speakers. Again, let's say that I want to have a play. I want to now cover a play, or I'm doing something cross curricular with my social studies teachers and my English teachers. I want to have a play that talks about this very specific thing in history, but that doesn't exist, and I need it. So I'm going to put this prompt in, and it is going to write me this play. This is a brand new play. Now on long writing, it will often do this. Okay, it will. I need to make this thing here go away. I'm going to hit got it. Hopefully that'll go away. Um, it will create it in its own separate place that is much easier to copy and paste. You have your copy and paste symbol up here, but it reads like a play. It gives stage direction, it gives setting, it gives all of these different things. It even titles the play. Now you can pass this out in class, and again, you can use this as a play. And one of the ethical questions is like, well, who owns this? You actually do. Okay, you can copyright this. This is your play because you asked the prompt, and these are one of the things that you get a lot of questions about with ChatGPT. Well, like who owns what it makes? Does ChatGPT own it? No, actually, you do. You created the prompt. So again, you can copy and paste this way. You can actually hit this, and it'll take you back out. Now it's in your chat. Okay. So this is another way. So these are kind of your three basic things that ChatGPT can do. T can do. This is not by any means even a bit of the breadth of it, but for a novice user, you do base level research. You can create something or compile information into a variety of charts and presentations. You can have it create brand new things. Let me give you one more. So the last prompt I have is this. Okay. Not only can it create something brand new, it can obviously create correct nonfiction, like factually correct. But this happens all the time, right? We're supposed to differentiate in school. Okay, write me a summary or article of George Washington time in the French and Indian War. Please make this summary a minimum of 6 sentences. In this article, please have three misspellings and three grammatical errors. Please write this at a fifth grade reading level. So, um, we'll talk about. I'm sorry, the differentiation topic. We'll talk about in how to use this in ELA classroom and how to use this with the writing process. This is one where if you instead of trying to find a worksheet, okay, instead of trying to find a worksheet, you can have ChatGPT created for you. But in this particular one, this is one where you can have it create misspellings and grammatical errors. So then you can copy and paste this and pass this out in class. You could actually put in write me four different summary articles. So you could have four different ones in class. Now let's look at this. It is going to be historically accurate. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. Let's see if we can find a misspelling right off the bat. So here we go. Here's a grammatical error in an attack. So if your book, if your textbook, if online, if wherever you're getting your resources from doesn't give you exactly what you want, ChatGPT can create this for you. Now, let's say I don't like this one. I can put same prompt, please write at a third grade level. Conversational, as if ChatGPT is sitting in front of me. It now writes me a new one at a third grade level. Same prompt, written at 11th grade level. It's going to have the same misspellings. It's going to have the same grammatical errors. So again, your assignment for this unit, though, and again, here we have a much more in-depth vocab one, as opposed to my fifth grade one. Your assignment for this unit is going to be to get into ChatGPT. You're going to have to upload some screenshots for me, and you're going to have to do some base level things, create your first chat, things like that. As we move on this class, yes, we are going to be more topic specific. You're going to feel, oh, this might be more aimed at ELA. Maybe this right here is more aimed at career preparedness, but you have to be familiar with the interface, which is what we did here.